I bet you're wondering where Miles is.
Me?
Yeah, you. In particular, you.
You mean rhetorically? Or...
Rhetorically, I'm asking rhetorically, but really I'm asking you. But really, you know. So I bet you're wondering...
Russell, please tell me where Miles is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you.
Please.
We cryogenically froze him.
Oh, he's Captain America now.
Because I think he's only got a few, like, maybe days of life in him that we had to save it for later future podcasts.
Give some reason for future podcasts. And he has no idea of the movies that have come out in that time period.
Or we just bombard it with him. Just like, Or we make fake movies for him to watch and review. Just like Batman versus Superman. Surely this will be great. Oh, wait.
Civil War. This will be amazing.
It was.
Hooray!
Fucking love that movie, man.
It was really good. I was quite impressed.
Mm-hmm. So I've heard this all over the internet. It's the best Spider-Man movie. That's also in another movie, but it's the best Spider-Man movie. Which I can sort of see what they're saying. I
still like the first Spider-Man movie.
I mean, that's still good. There's no doubt that is still.
It's corny as hell, but it's still a decent movie.
Yeah.
So Tobey Maguire does a good job.
I just don't. I can sort of see him as Peter Parker sometimes. Yeah. I can't really see him as Spider-Man too much.
That was the problem with him, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then
he's a good Peter Parker, but
and then Garfield was the opposite. He was a good Spidey, but he was a terrible Peter Parker.
What they need to do is when they do maximum clonage, is they have Tobey Maguire and Garfield guest star as clones.
Oh, I like that idea. Do you think they'll actually? Are you referring to?
I hope they don't, because it
Clone
was
Saga.
One of the most worst things ever to happen in Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man. He's not actually Spider-Man. No, it's actually Peter Parker. No, it's actually this other guy. No, it's actually Peter Parker. Oh,
keep
the story
mess.
Straight.
It was a mess.
Yeah.
The only good thing we got was Scarlet Spider. That was pretty much all we got from that. That was decent.
He actually gone now, the Scarlet Spider? Or is he still existing?
I don't know. Not after Spider-Verse, I've lost track of bloody how many Spider-Men we have.
I think we've got 40, easily.
40,000. Yes, I agree.
Have you actually read Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Yay, nay? Give me a rating.
I thought it was okay. I don't understand why Peter Parker's the quintessential most important person in the entire universe, though. And there's some extraterrestrial beings that must hunt him down and kill all of them.
I don't know either.
I thought
I think
that seems a bit too much pre-Destiny kind of shit.
Yeah, which is kind of the opposite of what Peter Parker's really about. He's like the humble, everyday man.
Yeah.
Not the center of the universe, which
apparently is, unless your name is Gwen and you are the center of every universe now.
True.
Now you got Spider. I don't understand how Gwen has become. She's Peter Parker, but a girl. So this makes her 1,000 times more popular. Because you've got Gwenpool, you've got Spider Gwen.
Whoa! Gwenpool.
You not seen Gwenpool?
No. Tell me about Gwenpool.
It's Deadpool, but it's Gwen.
That doesn't say anything. How is it Wade Wilson but also Gwen? Does she become? How does she become Deadpool? Does she just get Deadpool's powers? She's also Deadpool. Yes. So there's Wade Wilson and is she Lady Deadpool?
No. She's got a pink and white costume and rollerblades.
Right. Okay.
Basically, turned Gwen into the random access character, which is look, wacky fun time. That is Gwen now.
It seems that's all that is happening in the Marvel Universe. It's just everyone's got the wacky fun times.
Unless it's something serious like Thor.
What's happened with Thor?
Well, he is currently Thor's a chick.
Yeah, Thor's a girl. I forgot about that.
Well, Thor's his girlfriend.
Well, XXX girlfriend.
Yeah.
Very, very long time ago girlfriend.
Yeah. But in the current movies, still girlfriend.
I just can't deal with it anymore. It's too much. I mean, have you seen what's happened recently with Spider-Man and Iron Man? They're gonna have they're gonna be having a fisticuff soon.
Oh, is this because of the new Civil War?
This because of the new Civil War, but there's also because Peter Parker's got like his own international science thing.
Yes.
And then Stark's also got his one.
Stark bought him out.
But yeah, and then Stark's is getting smaller, his empire.
Oh.
So much so that his Parker's basically doing what Iron Man does and goes around, doing espionage shit and big battles with other tech companies, while Stark is becoming more of a crime fighter, around New York area.
Okay.
And he's referring to himself as the friendly neighborhood Iron Man. And it gets even worse, or better, depending on how you feel about this. His personal assistant is Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
She's still relevant.
She's always relevant. She can never be unrelevant at this point. I don't know what's happening with... This is where we need Miles. We need to cryogenically unfreeze him.
For DC?
With DC stuff, because we have no idea. We're just Marvel fanboying about...
I don't know what's happening on the DC front, actually. I'm trying to think what the last thing that actually happened was in the comics.
They rebooted everyone again.
Oh, yeah, because they had...
It's been 6 months. We need to reboot again.
Yeah.
He fucked up this origin story.
Mind you, that's basically
we'll do it next shot.
That's the DC movies at this moment. You fucked up. Reboot again.
Every movie, like, they're giving it like this thing of, oh, this is our entry to the DC universe. Like, that's like the excuse.
Why did you open a week before Captain America?
No, it's like that's like the excuse that they're using now for how rocky the movies are getting, because that's what the excuse they're using for Batman versus Superman.
Well, they just can't admit they made a terrible movie.
But it's also the excuse they made for Man of Steel. But it's also the excuse they made for Green Lantern. And we all know how Green Lantern was. That is filth. That's not even a movie. That's just some people trying to...
It's the punchline in Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly. And we all know how bad things are when your punchline in a Deadpool movie. Things must have been really bad and cliche. And 90s. There's all these things into one.
And unnecessary CG.
True. What's up, everyone? 3 Times Faster, episode 14.
Oh, yeah.
Max and I are here again. Miles, as we said, is cryogenically frozen currently.
Miles has been replaced with a stuffed doll. You'll call it the Tails doll, I guess.
I think we should just buy a doll and put his face on it, and that'll be it. I would just confer to him.
We'll just make a Gundam and put his face on it. There you go.
There we go. I can find one. I'll find one later.
Because then he can be doing cool poses every week.
Ooh, I like this idea. Speaking of Power Rangers, Max, right?
I wasn't talking about Power Rangers.
But from last week, remember how Power Rangers centric we kind of got for no reason?
I wasn't talking about Power Rangers. You just put words in my mouth. How could you?
Max, you're always talking about Power Rangers.
I haven't spoken a word about Power Rangers this entire podcast.
In this week, you have spammed Power Rangers at me. So referring back to previous conversations with you about Power Rangers.
If I only by spam do you mean or give you content? That's how BuzzFeed do it, right? They deliver content to you.
True.
Don't spam. It's content.
Well, I think we've taken our
content.
You know what? Our joke where we're like, oh, we need a new theme. And you went, oh, let's do a Power Rangers parody. I'm like, maybe. Well, we've taken it to an nth degree, and now we have several parody songs for the theme that we are going to have to shoot now because we're too invested in it. Thanks, Max.
You know.
How many hours did we waste? We must have wasted absolute hours.
Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands of hours. It was brilliant, though. It was a fucking amazing time, and I hope that these parodies actually work. Otherwise, like, well, that was a waste of time. Just throw that in the bin.
You don't get sued by whoever owns Power Rangers at the moment.
Saban, maybe? I don't know.
At the moment, until someone else comes along, and then Toei's like, no, not Toei. Fucking, Toei. For some reason, I was thinking of the toy company. Toei just comes on and goes, this is ours again now. You fucked it up. We're just going to dub it.
So let's actually just talk about the news that's just come about. Here are the new Power Rangers.
Indeed, that is new Power Rangers.
Are you excited by that?
I
mess
have
of
mixed
Iron Man
feelings.
armor.
Obviously, as a stamp, because so I can look at it from three angles: as a '90s fan, as a Sentai fan, and an optimistic fan.
Okay.
So as a Sentai fan, I think they look over mechanized and way too over designed.
Like they've gone. Remember the Power Rangers movie? Looks like that.
But yeah. But I thought the Power Rangers movie did a lot better because it kind of maintained the symbol colours and shapes of the suit.
Yes, this is they went overkill completely in every aspect.
They've added a lot of details that I don't feel. As I've said to you, I've said earlier today, maybe they'll look better in motion on a cinematic screen, and that's why they've done it. Mm-hmm. But as a still image, which looks like some kind of choppy CGI. I think it's CGI. I mean, I think it is.
Yeah, that's all CGI, that.
Just noticed the Pink Ranger's wearing heels.
I've not got that on my version.
Yeah, we've got the same version, haven't we?
No, I've got a different version. Can you pass me?
Oh yeah, so yeah.
I've not.
She's not in heels, but you can tell her feet are a bit angled up. So they gave her a little bit of height.
Now that's a big. This is from. Okay. I'll add in the source to let people see the feet.
See this.
She has got indeed heels. So,
as a '90s fan, I think it's very different from the original. I'm not too like the helmets look almost there, but they don't feel like they've got enough detail. I feel there's not enough accent colours on the suits. Because you've got I think the Red Ranger pulls off well because the white accent colour works very well.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about red on film. Red on film is a bit, blurs everything out a little bit. It looks very blurry. That's why Spider-Man has like really obvious black and silver striping on it to nullify the effects of the red. So this is what they needed with. They've got like greys and whites, especially on the front, to contrast with that. Otherwise, if it was different shades of the same color, like let's see, look at the Blue Ranger and the Black Ranger, it's different shades of blue or grey, black. But they've gone for a white / well, maybe grey, but just a contrast because it actually definitely needs it. Otherwise, it'll just look like a mess. But everything about it is just ugh.
I just feel it looks way over designed. Like they've added a lot of details, and I don't think they were necessary. I mean, as we said, they did kind of a similar thing with the Power Rangers movie, the original one, where they didn't really update the design. They just made it look more like armor.
Yeah,
and that seemed to work pretty well. But they didn't really change that many details.
True.
They still had like the main helmet, and they had all the main details and all that stuff. And the White Ranger looked especially shiny.
blinged everyone up.
Yeah.
Just looking at the helmets, now the Red Ranger's different, but the rest look very, very shockingly similar in all aspects of their armor.
I was
all
looking
aspects
at
of
this.
their helmet, sorry.
Well, the Mastodon, Triceratops, and the Pterodactyl don't have teeth, so that's where the white would be generally designed as like the horns or the tusks or whatever.
Okay.
Which there seems to be like a tusk design underneath the Black Rangers.
Yeah, I can sort of see that.
But it's in black, and on the Yellow Ranger there seems to be 2 black dots at the front, at the very top, which I assume is like a nose for the Sabertooth.
Maybe, yeah. Okay.
I'm stretching. But I don't know. I think
There's just one thing that I need to point out is like they look hollow inside.
they don't look like people.
Yeah, so they've got that chest, the arc reactor chest, but it looks like there's energy inside, and then it's like a portal or like, I don't know, like a window. It's got that 3D effects. They've not actually got human bodies. They're just balls of energy.
They turn into energy
and inhabit a suit.
Maybe that's what they're doing. And that would explain where the sparks come from now when they get hit.
Maybe.
That's the energy being released.
Getcha.
I was trying to look if I could have a really good look at the coins on the buckles, but I can't really see.
No, they just look like the normal coins nearly. They look kind of just.
I feel the belts are too high up. Like, it's completely missed the point of that entire point of the armor, because that is literally supposed to be a belt.
Yeah.
It's a toy gimmick in all intents and purposes. Even Kamen Rider has ridiculously sized belts, but that's the gimmick.
Yeah. So where are you coming from? It's from a Sentai fan.
As a Sentai, I think they look too complicated, and they need to be a bit simpler. I'm just looking at the designs now. I'm just noticing the pink Ranger's shoulders a bit different than everyone else's. It seems to have like a second pink colour onto it that adds a bit of shine. So I don't know if like all the costumes are going to be like slightly different and have slightly different abilities.
No, I think it's just lighting. It's just the shiny on that bit.
Maybe.
The lights on it. It's all CG and it's all
as
bullshit,
as a Sentai fan, there's a lot of things I could say, because obviously Sentai is supposed to be like very camp and very cheesy kind of thing, and I feel obviously the general atmosphere of the movie is going to completely go past that. I hope that he doesn't do what Batman, well not Batman, but DC have been doing in general, and taking the superheroes too seriously.
I think they could.
Because if they do that with Power Rangers, I don't think they can go far with it. Because it's going to be like, you won't have a villain of the week, you'll have a villain of the hour, and they kill him. And you're going to have a next one.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be like, not go very far. But it's also the fact that, obviously, this is a, let's say reboot, but not reboot as in they're making a new series, a reboot as in they want to appeal to 90s kids, and for that cash grab.
Yeah, okay, I get you for that bit, yeah.
So I don't know if 90s kids will think it's too different and will not like it.
As we're saying this right now.
We've seen Rita, we've seen News Rangers, and people have already had a very mixed reaction. So already they've hindered that initial ticket sale. I feel kids might be confused because there's a current series going on, which is Dino Charge. And then we're going to, after Dino Charge, we're getting, I don't know what they called it. I know it's in Japan, it was Shurikenja. I don't know what the working US title for it is. But we're going to move on to Ninja, a Ninja theme. And then kids are going to see this movie and going to be like, well, what are these guys?
Yeah, who the hell are these?
Where do these fit into the whole thing?
So, one thing you're forgetting, which is kind of weird because I don't think you actually are on Netflix, but the Netflix crowd is kind of huge. You know how it's replaced television, and I'm pretty sure Power Rangers Mighty Morphin is on Netflix.
Which one? because
Mighty
there was the
Morphin.
Disney rerun, which edited everything.
I don't know. Well, the Disney rerun that edited everything is only 13 episodes. It's like up to Green Ranger, sort of, and that's it.
So I'll need to ask. Well, again, that's a '90s crowd. Again, they obviously know what they want.
Nah, I'm just not impressed at all, honestly.
Looking at these suits, how would you feel the Megazord will look now? Now you've seen
Now I've seen the suits. I'm imagining they're gonna get Jaeger Hunter from Pacific Rim and spray paint it in multicolours.
I think that's a best case scenario. I'm looking at this and going, please do not be Transformers, and I cannot tell where the Megazord starts and stops.
That could possibly happen. Honestly, I'm actually getting like this weird Michael Bay vibe from it now, looking at it. Now you've pointed that out, that horror. Thanks, Max.
Here to bring everyone down. They're down to my level.
God, I'm such a downer now.
The one thing I noticed is the Black Ranger's helmet is like really weirdly designed. So you've got like the shape here, and I thought that looks like the entire Mastodon face, how it's kind of shaped as the toy. But obviously the tusks come around the side.
Yeah.
So it's like really weird. I don't like how everyone's got an accent of blue. I think that probably should have been, they all have that blue lighting around like all the body.
It should have been white.
It should have been white, yeah. Because it doesn't work with blue. Blue looks like he's literally 2 shades of blue.
Yeah.
That might just be the lighting, but black looks like he's black and like a dark grey. Whereas red actually looks red and white. I think red looks the best out of all of them.
Oh, clearly, yeah.
But that might just be because he is the central focus of the lighting, so...
Definitely not going to have a cosplay of this Red Ranger.
Not yet.
Not yet, no, never. Never. It's going to... How
will you do it?
Right,
yeah,
okay,
exactly.
okay.
Spandex, you can recreate.
Okay.
Iron Man suits are hard enough.
Exactly. Well, how's Green Ranger going to fit into this? If there is going to be one.
Well, I think we both assume that Rita's going to be... So we know in the original series, Rita had the green coin.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing she's going to start off as Big Her Rita. Her initial monster will fail. She'll use the green coin to try and power herself up. And that's what'll lead the confrontation with the Green Rita and the Power Rangers, and she beats the shit out of them. And then they have to rediscover themselves or something, I don't know.
Some bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of just like a general Green Ranger, but like how they're going to incorporate the shield, that gold shield.
Looking at these, it won't be... what's the word I'm looking for?
It won't really be like an outstanding thing. It'll probably just be... The chest plate will be gold, and that's it.
Not Oriental. I can't think of the word. I'll remember the word later. It won't look...
Authentic? Are you trying to say?
I don't know.
No.
I can't remember what it's.
I don't know what you're trying to say, Max.
I'll remember it later when the conversation's like half an hour ago. Yeah. It won't look. It won't look normal. It won't look. It'll look mechanical. It won't be like this ornate shield. It'll be.
Oh yeah, it won't look
like
elegant in any way.
No, it'll just be like a robotic
mess.
Yeah.
Yay!
In fact, it might not even be like an external shield, because you see where the Red Ranger's body piece, it kind of goes down underneath on his chest.
Yeah.
Where the diaphragm starts, it goes underneath. That entire section could just be gold, and he just has gold.
I can see
arm
that.
parts, and that could be it.
Ugh. Good work, but ugh.
I don't know, like, I have mixed feelings, like, obviously...
It's more distrauting to both of us because we're such big Power Rangers fans that we now look at this and going, what, how did you fuck up? Like, every aspect at this point.
I mean, as if it wasn't, like, if this was a completely new IP, and this was like, these are the costumes for this new amazing thing, I'm like, yeah, they look pretty cool. But, of course, I have to compare them
to Power Rangers because they've called
series,
Power Rangers, yeah.
And that I'm forced to do that, so I have to compare them to something that they're based on. I can see they've kind of still trying to maintain the diamond shape on the chest, which is good, I guess. And I don't know. I think the helmets look a bit roundish. Like I think, I'd say Red Ranger's helmet seems to have come off the best. Everyone else seems a bit too rounded. There's not enough actual design on them. Doesn't quite pop off the helmet like the originals did. Like there was a bit of height to them, where the animal or dinosaur design would be.
Yes, yeah, I get what you mean.
Where Red Rangers is a bit elevated, where the eyes of the Tyrannosaurus Rexes. So it's got that kind of head shape. The rest don't have that. They just look very plain.
Exactly. That's what I feel. It's just
maybe it's just the angle because we are looking up, like pink, yellow, and blue, especially. We're looking up at them, so maybe there's some design on the top
that we're not seeing properly. Okay,
yeah,
maybe.
But blacks is, we're looking down at it, so I don't know.
I'll wait, but it's only getting. It can only get better, to be honest, at this point.
Oh, that's interesting. So blacks, I've just noticed, like, not the mic. Black's arm guards look a bit different than everyone else's. His looks like a solid piece, whereas everyone else has like this white strip thing going on.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Maybe you're right. Or maybe it's just different colours.
Because that's one thing they've done. They do in Sentai, and they do in Power Rangers. They have like civilian powers and like personal weapons. So I'm wondering if instead of having like a personal weapon, the suits will all do something different to combine the civilian powers kind of thing. I'm sorry to quote that from Linkara, because that's totally his thing that he says. Yeah, I'm just looking at the side of like Yellow Ranger's kneecap, and it's different from Red's. So it does look like there's some differences in the costume from Ranger to Ranger.
But all basically the same.
Yeah.
Minute differences.
I think the main thing I'm annoyed about is the one thing that stands out a lot is the buckle just seems way too high. If that was like a notch down further, so it was just above the pelvis. But I'm guessing it's just above because it looks like that's if they have to ab crunch, that's where that's going to move into.
Yeah.
Okay,
let's stop talking about Power Rangers now.
I can't stop.
I know you can't, but I'm gonna have to force you to stop.
Oh.
Okay. So I've got
hour-long special Sentai.
I found a video, Max.
You have a knack for these video finding.
I'm really good at these. So this one's called Vlog Number 1. Steph Allopod, My Otherkin Life. What are your feelings on Otherkin, Max? Put you in the deep there.
Yeah, you just like chucked me in the deep end there. Sorry, just
Max just swallowing his tongue there, just like, what do I say? Fuck.
I think it's a very interesting topic.
Okay.
And I am trying to think of the most polite way to voice my opinions.
Okay, so what I've always noticed about Otherkin, is that they're either one, wolf, two, very special animal that are probably mythical in some way, or very unique.
It's not a slugkin.
I've not seen slugkin.
Aphidkin.
I've never seen anything like I see wolves, so many wolves, angels, demons, dragons. Something really special and spectacular.
I want someone to be a standkin, so they think only other people who are stands can see them.
What's a stand?
It's a JoJo joke.
Oh, fucking hell, Max! This show's not accessible to everyone. I don't even know what you keep on bringing these
It's the
jokes up.
internet. It's accessible to everyone.
It is accessible to everyone, but I mean to the audience. The audience have no idea what you talk about. Your references are so niche that literally, I'm curious to like know if one person actually laughed. Then
I did.
Yeah, and you've proven my points. You're making the jokes for yourself, aren't you?
Of course. So
Okay.
who else am I making it for?
So let's have a look at this otherkin video.
Okay.
Don't impress him in the comments, by the way.
My name
What?
is Steph Allopod, and today I'm going to talk about my otherkin life. So, I'm an Ammonite kin, which means I'm spiritually and mentally an Ammonite.
Wait, whoa, hang on. If he's mentally an Ammonite, how the fuck's he talking? I'm pretty sure Ammonites didn't have a self, even a concept of self. Ooh, just knock my mic.
That's a
There we
camera,
go.
by the way, that you knock. It's not a mic.
I'll knock
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. He's talking gibberish. Should we just say that?
I think we shall continue and see.
Ever since last week.
Last week.
That's a bit. Oh. What's happening now?
I wish I could roam the ocean. I've always had a love for water.
His natural habitat is the
Sometimes
bath.
I kill snails and take their shells. But they will never
Oh, this is
fit me.
Seabed 1!
I also watch tentacles.
Sorry, the music's from Game of Play, so I was like, what's that music?
So
Oh, yeah,
what's Seabed 1?
it's a level in PSO.
Right, okay.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
I think it's. Whoa, did you just say tentacle pull? I have to go back.
Okay.
No, go back further.
I also watch tentacle porn a lot.
I
My
called it.
friends are dead.
All my friends are dead. Poor bastard. Right.
I sometimes get delusions due to all my self-diagnosed mental illnesses, but when I look in the mirror,
Self-diagnosed.
I see my true self.
That is. That is a
That's beauty, right there. That's his beautiful
10,000
self.
hours on Photoshop. Now, hear me out.
Okay.
So he's mentally an Ammonite, okay?
Okay.
If he was an Ammonite millions and millions of years ago, and he still had poor eyesight, he would not have glasses, and therefore he would have been killed rather quickly due to the concept of evolution.
Natural selection.
And therefore he would have
taken
died
hold.
rather quickly because he would not be able to see predators. So,
How's the natural predators going for you, Max? Are you fine with those glasses?
I'm not another kin, so I don't believe there was anything else prior to this.
Okay.
So thankfully, I live in the 21st century, and glasses are widely available to everyone. Well, I say everyone in a first world country.
Everyone wants to
Oh.
fit in, but I'm tired of that.
I love that
In all
Photoshop.
honesty, I'm
That's
giving
amazing.
up altogether on it.
Didn't have the
This
balls
isn't
to
a
go
phase.
outside with it.
This is who I am.
I want to feel this is like a troll.
Yeah, you picked up on it, Max. I was wondering when the penny would drop.
Yeah.
More as a Jurassic Ammonite. Their suture lines have a wavy yet graceful pattern
Oh.
which reflects my inner soul. But now I'm trapped in this modern, revolutionary, quaternion-looking bullshit.
Siscum.
Oh, nice, it's
If I
Siscum.
didn't think
I
this
don't
was
really get
a
along
troll, I
very
think I
well
do
with
now.
Belemite
Yeah.
kin.
It's just the reference. It's got that little bit of nuance on every little thing that it says, and it works quite well. But
Mm-mm.
I don't think the video actually goes any further than this. He plays some Pokemon, hilarious, and attacks it with a knife.
That's quite a waste of a perfectly good DS, though.
Yeah, and he says he's a special snowflake.
Oh well, okay.
Well, obviously he's digging in a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm not even sure that was Seabed. I know that was PSO music, but I'd have to look through my CDs and figure out which track it was. Because I'm pretty sure Seabed was a more funky theme, but I know that was... That was the only thing I got away from that video, by the way, was there's a song in there that I know.
It's not the fact that the troll wasn't even that great though. At the end of it, it's
nowadays it's incredibly hard to even figure out if it's a troll, what is troll and what's not, which is almost sad, I guess, in some ways. Or
he's the perfect troll.
He's the perfect. We tried
he's so good.
Our dreams were to make the perfect troll, and we succeeded. So what's this other video you had for me, Russell?
Oh right, this is especially for you, Max. Right,
especially for me.
Especially for you.
Right, I'll decide that.
Max, you're pretty much a KFC fiend. Is the best way.
Okay.
You love KFC, don't you?
I like meat.
Great. Okay.
It's just like a Japanese commercial for KFC.
Sort of.
Oh, okay.
Sort of.
The whole scene was that Asian guy.
It's got a lot of music, so I'm going to turn the music right down because...
Oh, it's not like the McDonald's adverts, is it? Where it's like really cool and musicy and... Oh, excellent. Good.
Okay.
I hope does the Colonel come on and dance?
No, because this is KFC. Oh, the Colonel. I thought he said Colonel. No, he doesn't. But watch. You'll enjoy this. This.
Fucking intense.
This is what they actually sound. Doing some beatboxing. Oh wow. I bet you want some KFC, don't you now, Max?
Is this a time machine to the 80s? This is the perfect device.
Do 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 do. What they advertising, Max? Do you know?
Squares? Cubes? Because she had a Rubik's Cube and they keep doing this fucking thing.
Sure.
It's a new chicken cube. It's a cube of chicken.
Maybe. Have another guess.
Lunchbox?
Have a look at the hands, Max. What do you see them do with their hands a lot? There's a lot of hand movements. Has it dawned upon you?
What the fuck? Oh, nail polish. Really? That was not the focus I was getting from that. I was looking more at the shapes they were making with their hands, not what was actually on
Max.
their hands.
Nail polish.
Honestly,
KFC branded nail polish.
I expected it to be KFC perfume, to be perfectly honest.
So apparently this is finger licking good, meaning you put it on dry and you lick your digits.
How much are they selling this for?
Why, are you interested?
No, I'm just wondering how many suckers they're getting.
I don't know. It's edible nail polish, though.
Why would you even bother?
Why not just have a KFC?
Why not just actually have food?
I don't know. So this is products that you're not interested in?
I'm more scared of actually what it's made of than anything else, really.
It's the original recipe, of course. That's what it's made of.
It's the original recipe that hardens onto your nails and is also it's spreadable liquid and is eatable after, what, half an hour?
After it's dry, so probably about 10 minutes, I don't know.
I'd be terrified of like even knowing what's inside there.
So two flavours. The sickly looking one on the right is original flavour.
Do you put your hand in the oven for that KFC feeling so it's warm?
Oh, maybe. Just leave it over the fry for a little bit.
It's authentic. They don't show the
it's hot. It's so hot. Burn my tongue. I know what you should do. Have the nail polish on you, and then you get the gravy, and you dip your fingers in the gravy, and you know.
Perfect. You figured it out, Russell.
come to me, Colonel. I've got Colonel of idea for you.
They need the Colonel dancing, and he's like Ronald McDonald. That's what brings in people to watch these things. Nothing will beat the fucking Miku Hatsune Pizza Hut advert, though. You've not seen that?
There's a Pizza Hut advert with Miku Hatsune.
Oh yes.
Okay, Max, you need to show me. You need to inform the audience about this because I'm surprised.
I hope I don't get like copywritten by Miku Hatsune.
We're gonna put the volume down a lot, and we'll.
I feel that way. I don't know actually who owns Miku Hatsune's like entire shtick. What?
Okay. Domino's Pizza.
Hello, everyone. I'm Scott, president of Domino's Pizza.
Oh, hi, Scott, the president of Domino's Pizza.
Today, I'd like to announce a new collaborative project.
Okay.
Hatsune Miku.
What's this collaborative project? Wow.
Hatsune Miku.
Oh, great.
Hatsune Miku exists in a software called Vocaloid.
We're gonna have to explain what Hatsune Miku is to everyone because
everyone knows who. So he's telling us.
Yeah, she's not well known enough that they're gonna have to explain this to her. We're not actually crazy, guys. There is a method to the madness, and he has to explain it to people.
The crew
That's
is not
what he's
wearing
doing.
Miku hats.
Eshi, Chokyoshi, Furitsukeshi, everyone. Amazing Vocaloid songs have been created with the fantastic imagination of the crews from all over Japan. The challenge was successfully carried out, and this new collaborative app was produced.
Oh, it's an app.
Yeah, I like his tie. Very, very on theme.
Yeah. Domino's Pizza.
Based on Miku's image, the Domino's app changes its appearance. A lot of music and illustrations produced by Domino's crew are here. From the menu to the order, it looks very cute, just like Miku.
So it's
better than
a
anything
barely changed normal app.
It comes with a
Yeah, but look at that-
social
look at that
camera function
cover.
and you can take various poses, pictures of Miku. Very cool. And last but not least, the live performance.
Okay.
Start the pizza stage live and point the camera towards
The live performance.
Pizza
Watch her
box
dance.
Turn into a live dancing venue. A live performance of Love for Night, produced by Domino's crew. Here we go.
We've gone too far. Technology has progressed too far. You have to go back.
Max, why did... This is a solid long advert. That's 2 minutes. Half of it was to explain who Miku Hatsune is. Right. And back to this guy.
So would you now go to eat Domino's Pizza? Now you can go see Hatsune Miku dance on your pizza box and take pictures with her?
I mean, with the deals that you currently get.
I mean, the app looked like better than anything I've seen in the UK ever. Just of actually
sort of
ordering
stuff's-
stuff.
Augmented reality stuff is everywhere
No, I
now.
don't care about that. I just meant the actual ordering food thing. That looks like.
Oh,
decent.
now it's Hatsune Miku themed. I think Domino's Pizza has gone straight to the top of my apps that I'll use to order food with now.
And it's stormed down. Where's my Hatsune Miku pizza box? I need to see the live support performance Scott promised me.
As I eat the pizza, I'll watch her dance. She dances for me, the king.
Dance for me, Mappa Miku Hatsune. Walk. Yeah.
What have you done this weekend, Max? I'm assuming you watched Civil War, didn't you?
I've watched Civil War yesterday.
Oh, excellent. I've watched it twice. I watched it on Saturday, and then within 24 hours, because it was so amazing. If you couldn't tell, I like Civil War. I watched it again on
Also like
Sunday.
nations warring with themselves. Not the movie, just generally the thought of nations warring with themselves.
Oh yeah, that turns me on all the time. Inner fighting within a nation. Whoa. What do you think about Civil War?
I thought it was bloody fantastic.
Yeah.
I thought it's fucking hilarious that DC also made a movie where heroes fight each other, and it was terrible. And then Marvel did the same thing 2 weeks later, and it was fantastic in every way. And then we get to laugh at DC.
I can't believe DC pushed Batman and Superman back a year so it can incorporate like all the other shit for Dawn of Justice, and then we get this movie which is far better in every way, possibly maybe the best comic book movie ever, because it works so well, because
it is a better Avengers
that
movie than Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's scary. It felt like it is supposed to be like a Captain America movie, but it just felt more like an Avengers movie where the main focus is kind of Captain America.
The main focus is definitely Captain America. He's in it a lot. And
he is,
you
but
do follow
I
him
felt
a lot.
more I was watching the Avengers than Captain America.
No, I think that's a flawed understanding, because
No,
Captain America, there's no other way you can do it, because Captain America's 90% of his social life is in Avengers Tower.
Oh, I understand
So
that.
there's no way you can't
I'm not saying
incorporate
that's a
the
bad
other.
thing. I'm saying this is how it is in the comics. Like, now we've had 15 other Marvel movies. Seeing these characters with Cap isn't like a big deal. Like, that's just the people he hangs out with.
Yeah,
That's
it's just his crew.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
and they can just do that. Like, oh yeah, there's Iron Man. Yeah, then there's other guy. Yeah, this is fine. It's
Yeah, they all go down and have shawarma and pizzas with each other.
It feels like kind of like when we were getting into the comics now, where Marvel wants to be, where they do have characters everywhere, and they can just come in at any point without having to explain the backstory or anything. They're just there because you've already had.
How do you think they're going to do a Black Panther movie now that it feels like the origin story's sort of semi been done in Captain America Civil War? By the way, we're going to be spoiler heavy, so go and watch the movie and then come back.
I assume Black Panther's movie is probably going to be more of a setup movie for the Infinity Gauntlet.
In what way? How?
Maybe he has a stone. He doesn't know what it is.
No, I don't think. Stephen Strange has got his another gem.
Like, the problem is, I'm honestly not too familiar with Black Panther as a character.
Okay.
I mean, I know he has. He's the king. You know, he's the leader of a country. I don't know if he's always been a king, but I know he's always been the leader. I know he's got vibranium and all that stuff, and he's a brilliant scientist and all that stuff. But beyond that, I'm not too familiar with him. I know he was on the Illuminati Council in the comics, but I don't know if he will have a gem. So that's the thing, like, not knowing too much about his characters and his backstory. Okay. I don't know really where the movie could go.
So the only villain that I can think of that we've seen is Claw in Age of Ultron.
The Claw. Oh, that's the point I was going to ask. The guy they fight in the beginning, did the skull.
Oh yeah, Crossbones.
Was that supposed to be Taskmaster? No, it was Crossbones, was it? I was like, Taskmaster. That's not Taskmaster.
No, it's Crossbones.
Oh, okay. I thought they were just going for like a visually different Taskmaster.
No, it's Crossbones, and well, you know who that was, don't you?
Yes.
That was the guy that had a building fall upon him.
That's the only bit I was kind of confused there, because I was like, because Taskmaster, what's his defining feature? He has a skull for a face. What's this guy got? A skull for a face.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
So I wasn't sure it was just like a modern taking of it, but
I don't even know who Taskmaster is.
He can copy the muscle memory of people he sees.
That sounds like an amazing superpower.
It is. He can copy how Spider-Man moves. He can copy how Captain moves. He can copy Hawkeye's eye muscles somehow. Not sure how that works, but he can. So he has that pinpoint accuracy.
Just by looking, he can.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really copy the superpower, because I mean, I can copy Spider-Man's movements, but it doesn't mean I can climb up walls. It's just.
Oh no, he can't climb up walls, but he can move like it. Like he can move agility. Yeah.
So, what's the best part in the movie?
The fight.
It has to be.
The fight. There's 12 fucking superheroes on screen fighting each other.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's like I was just watching it and going, ha. the Justice tried to do this. That's funny. And then this comes along, it's like fucking. You got Spider-Man, who is amazing. The way they've portrayed him in the movie is so well done. They don't even say a lot or make him say a lot. But
it's just got all the mannerisms right for Peter Parker.
It's just showing off what you can do, like when Bucky goes to throw a punch, and Spider-Man effortlessly catches it.
Yeah.
And starts forcing it back, and you're like, oh whoa! Without saying anything, you've just proven he is stronger than Bucky.
Yeah.
In like a second.
Most people don't know this, but Spider-Man is insanely strong. Well, they They do another shot where he shows how crazy strong he is because he lifts gets nearly crushed by a car, but catches it basically in some random footage. So it's so well done, just how they put Tom Holland in. Everything about it works except for Aunt May, Cougar Aunt May, which is a bit weird. Got kind of turned on, but I'm just like, oh.
They've done that in like Ultimate Spider-Man. They've pushed him more for like a cougar kind of character.
Is she? How old is she?
She's still got like white hair, but it's like Coulson hits on her, so it's like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Fair enough. But yeah, just the whole of that bit is amazing. Like that's like the key moment when the cinema actually starts having the levity and actually people laugh.
When I saw Giant Man appear, that was like, I already knew he was going to be in the movie. Seeing it was so rewarding.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I've done this once in a lab in a controlled environment. Let's go. Just the seats.
Like, oh my god, Tiny Guy's massive now.
If anyone else would like to show off some secret superpowers they have, now would be the time. So amazing.
Yeah, they just got that. It's not overly quippy like Age of Ultron is.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, well, he's not doing quips though. He's just talking about how he's a normal person. It's like, oh, why am I here? Oh, you want to talk about me? Oh, and he just explains everything about himself or what's happening, because he has no idea. This is the first time he's met any of these, and he's reacting how you would expect a teenager that is in a mask, that has special powers, that's nearly, it's so good.
The suit I thought the suit was amazing. I'm glad they did do what they did with Deadpool, where they.
It's nice animated. I thought it worked
so well.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, it definitely works a lot.
That's something the other two movies didn't have, and this adds pounds of character onto him, so he can actually react to things, and it looks so good.
Yeah, it's not completely dependent on his voice. You've got the eyes
on the scene.
To
do everything for him, or where his mask has to get smashed off.
Oh that's because that's another key thing that always happens in Spider-Man movies. Like he has to have like half a mask,
so he can emote.
Yeah, emotes correctly.
Now he doesn't have to, and it looks really, really good.
Yeah, so even though the behind the scenes villain, what's his name, Zumo?
Oh, the main villain.
The main villain.
Yeah.
That is not Iron Man. He's barely in it, and he's.
That's kind of the point.
I mean, yeah.
Because he is.
But strangely,
people who haven't seen it, basically, he is responsible. He finds out about Bucky as the Winter Soldier at some point kills Stark's. It's his mother, isn't it? Because his dad died earlier, so it's just
no. They're in the same car crash.
No, because I thought his dad died in Captain America.
No,
he got shot, didn't he?
No, he's still alive.
Oh, right, okay, whatever.
No, you see Howard Stark in Ant-Man.
I thought it was an earlier
at the start
point.
of Ant-Man. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so he kills one or two of his parents.
it was in 1991. That's why Howard Stark's still around.
Yeah. Okay. And basically, it's like, so that's the big reveal is at the end of the movie is we found out that the Winter Soldier has killed Stark's parents, and Stark's like, "Did you know?" And he's like, "Yeah." And this is that's a very big spark of the movie. But the person who's found this out is literally a nobody who his only motivation is, well,
Revenge.
I can't kill them, but if I can make them kill themselves, then
I win still, and
Yeah,
I get my revenge.
Yeah.
Because of it's all to do with Sokovia. Everything about it is. That's why, like, it is a very heavy sequel. It feels too
when they
Age
talk
of Ultron.
about Sokovia.
Sokovia.
Sokovia. That's what I said, right?
No.
It felt almost as, again, to parallel Batman vs Superman. The whole thing with Superman destroying Metropolis, and how this is like the key focus of Batman's entire goal. It's like, oh no, I've got to stop him.
Yeah.
And this is almost the same, where it's like, oh, Sokovia has been destroyed, and now all these people are coming out because that happened.
Also, like Batman vs Superman, there's a guy behind the scenes pulling some strings to get them to fight, just like Civil War.
It's just like the Joker, Lex Luthor. I mean, the fight scene is very good. The fact that there's a lot of character interaction. It's not like just jokey stuff. It's just them generally in downtime. They're on the job, but downtime, and they're just kind of talking to each other. And there's like Vision and Scarlet Witch get some characterization. We get
Much
a little
needed
more. We see a little more Vision's powers. Like now we can go through walls.
Yeah, they show a bit more phasing stuff because I don't think people probably picked up on that too much. He just like flies and has a laser.
I'm trying to think what else they really talked about. Obviously, Cap and Tony do a lot together because that's kind of the main focus. And I think as someone else reviewed today that I was watching said that at the end of the movie you're not really rooting for either one or all.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You're like, you're just in this state of shock. Like, oh, hang on, what am I doing? Because you spend so much time with Captain, and he's sort of right. But then
they
you've
are
also
both
got
sort of right. That's the problem.
That is the problem, and then you've got the character, the shock reveal with Iron Man, and so you're like, hang on, he would try and get revenge at this point, and you're like, oh, and then Captain America's trying to stop it, Iron Man from killing Bucky at this point, which is what is the right thing to do, is to protect your friend at that point. So you're like, oh, what do you do? Okay, we're just accepting it. And things get a bit over the top at the end where you think that maybe Stark would die.
I didn't think he was going to die. I thought... No, I did say there is a split second where you do think he would generally
die. Yeah.
But I think looking at it in hindsight, obviously they're not going to kill him because it's fucking Robbie Downey Jr. So.
Oh yeah, well, this is the problem with like movies and like continuous things. Now we've got this thing of they're not gonna die, not gonna kill them because
major focus of Civil War.
Well, everything about the Marvel movies has stemmed and always has in some way something to do with Stark. Pretty much in everything. So obviously they can't do it, but there is that little split second where you think because after a while your emotions and and your brain starts shutting down and you're just looking at what's actually happening. And you think, oh, he could have died at that point where he has no helmet and the final strike could come.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, and it actually works. So it's hard for us, especially when we like dissect films constantly. That's like what we do. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Ooh, that's quite strong.
I think it only works as a 9 out of 10 if you've watched all of the Marvel stuff, pretty much.
Well, that's how it's intended for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is exactly.
And I don't know how that is. Like for us, who are comic nerds, and we know all these characters and stuff, and we've watched these movies, that's great. It's a good movie. What about someone fresh who's coming in now? How would you introduce them to the cinematic universe?
So it's kind of weird.
Would you make them just watch Avengers and then Ultron, then this, or what? Like, what do you do?
I mean, it's a Captain America thing, so to be fair to Batman vs Superman, the way to watch it there is Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman. Even though Superman only has 42 lines in Batman vs Superman, but whatever. So in this, surely it's Captain America. What's the
Iron
second?
Man?
No. Well, I mean, you should, but you only, in a way, you should only have 3, and that's the Captain America trilogy. They all got Captain America name, but you need these extra inserts because you've got all these extra characters.
Yeah, you need to watch Avengers.
And that's why
Let's watch Avengers
this
2
works,
to
but
understand the
doesn't
story.
work. Pardon?
You need to watch Avengers 2 to understand what's happening with the story.
Yeah, the previous amount. Yeah, so there's a lot.
I'm not saying that's negative overall, but I feel it's a lot of homework to do to get to these good movies. Which is, I guess, it's good and bad. It's good that they have established so much in these early movies, so in the later ones, they can just keep go without having to have too much character introductions and story and all that. They can just have the characters progressing the plot.
This is how well it went, because they actually had 2 character introductions in this. Spider-Man and Black Panther.
Yes.
And it wasn't obvious, we need an origin story of blah, blah, blah. They were just like, things happened.
Yeah.
And as a consequence,
these characters
appeared and did something. And were characters. Which is kind of weird.
Almost, it feels like the comic. I feel like I'm reading the comics now.
Yeah.
Where things are happening, and as you said, as a consequence of those things happening, characters are coming into the fold.
I see what you did there with fold comics. Well, let's go back to Batman vs Superman. So you have Aquaman coming in like
this is
underwater. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Batman vs Superman.
Yes. Well, I always see that actor as a.
No. Sorry. Have you actually seen Batman vs Superman now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you know how bad it is.
Yes.
After we told, okay, because I wasn't sure.
So because the character, the guy who plays Aquaman played the guy in Atlantis, Stargate Atlantis.
Fair enough.
He was the Teal'c.
Right. Okay. Let's actually talk about what I'm trying to say.
So he comes out of the storm and he's like, go away.
It's obviously underwater holding his breath as well. That's the stupid bit. But it's like, he's not actually doing anything. He doesn't actually interact with the characters. It's just, here's an introduction of something.
That's all of them, isn't it? It's just they're all being viewed on a camera of some kind.
Yeah, and that's DC's way of showing something.
It's their way of getting them all involved in the universe extremely quickly.
And extremely poorly.
I think they could have done without the fucking logos and having already named all the characters, because all the file names, the first 2 letters of the character.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty stupid. I mean, if they name themselves something else, Lex is going to feel really stupid. I'm not Cyborg. I'm Tin Man. It's like, shit. I've spent all this. The sea, it doesn't work. No.
The graphics department's going to have a field day now.
Well, just burn everything to the ground.
But you understand what I'm saying? We introduced 2 new characters here.
Yes.
With superpowers in this movie that had probably more characters than everything else.
Well, you'd have at least 12.
Yeah, exactly. Compare that to Batman vs Superman, where it was just 2, and then you had 3 random people that didn't add anything to the scene. They did nothing.
That's the one thing.
It didn't add anything. No character. It was pointless, and it brings you out of the movie.
The one thing I thought was really good is when Ant-Man appeared, I suddenly noticed how well the different styles of comedy that all the characters used actually gelled together quite effectively.
Yeah, so
because Ant-Man's humor is like very different from the other Marvel movies.
Yeah,
but somehow it still worked when he was with the group. Same with Peter, like he's got a slightly different form of comedy as well, but that worked in his fight scene. And I thought that was like really interesting how that happened.
I like how like they were beating up on War Machine a lot.
Yeah,
But he's like complaining about it, just like, oh god, this again.
It was very impressive how much stuff, like, every other scene it felt like there's another gun coming out of him somewhere.
Yeah.
Like he pulls out like it's like a baton kind of
yeah.
thing that gets wrecked, and guns just kind of start appearing out of his wrists and arms.
He's always had them. He just
and that's
really
War
know.
Machine,
Yeah.
the character he has, but it just felt very impressive to actually see them, because that's something Stark doesn't really have. Maybe once, like, there'll be like a line of missiles or something, not like when a whole gun comes out of his arm and then he does something with it. So it is good this kind of showing there's a bit of difference between the two characters.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
just a
good.
reskin of. I thought Falcon's wings were really good.
That he can take them off and
actually
use them as
made
shield now. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually made them really good. Like, he's actually using them not just as wings, but as like a shield. He's using them to hit people with, like as an extra armor stuff. So I thought that was really, really good.
Yeah, so there's so much little things, and it adds heaps, and just instead of just the skeleton that Batman vs Superman was just a skeleton or something, just loads of little things added together, put the meat on there, and it just works much better. Everything about it.
When I was watching the fight, Scarlet Witch seems ridiculously overpowered compared to the other Avengers.
The Vision is also ridiculously overpowered compared to other Avengers.
But when she was fighting...
Notice how the Vision is hardly in the fight.
So is Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch is in it more than the Vision. The Vision's literally not in it.
The thing is with the fight is there's usually the fight sequence go, there's two people fighting, someone else jumps in, and then someone else jumps in to counter that person.
Yeah.
Like, it all feels like someone counters someone else. But when Scarlet Witch is there, she's just doing her own thing, and no one can really get near her. Because I guess her power set is very different than everyone else's. Yeah. Everyone else is kind of a technological set, whereas hers is a...
Lots of people depend on punching in the face, but she makes you punch yourself in the face, so there's a difference. And
I liked the...
obvious how powerful that is.
The Hawkeye and Black Widow dynamic.
Oh, yeah, it's like saying that he's pulling his punches. Are we still friends?
We're still friends. Yeah, sure. Because those two characters have always been quite close in the movies and in most of the newer, in the newer comics.
Mm-hmm.
Those, because they are the no-powered humans on the team. Stark is known powers, but he's got the armor and all that shit. You understand what I mean?
I understand what you mean, yeah, perfectly.
Compared to Thor and Hulk and Captain America.
What was your opinion on Agent 13? Max looks blankly at me, just like,
Agent
what
13?
the fuck are you on about, Russell?
Who's Agent 13?
That's the blonde-haired girl. That's Carter's
I thought that was fucking
niece.
weird. Like, I banged your mom. Now I'm gonna bang you. I'm like, whoa, Steve.
Well,
That's
no, he didn't bang her mom.
You know what I mean?
It was a grand aunt, or no,
granddaughter,
I think.
Maybe
is it granddaughter? I can't remember.
Either way, it felt really weird. Like, yeah, it felt like King Dr. Manhattan. It's like, I've outgrown my current wife. A new younger person.
An upgrade.
I will hit on her instead. This will do.
You got to know that Captain America's a virgin, you know.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, just to make you aware, Max.
Great. Okay, cool. He's the 100-year-old virgin. Great.
Yeah, just way to make Captain America uncool, Russell.
That's his new title, Captain America, the 100-year-old virgin. Virgin. And then there'll be a comedy, and they'll all try and get laid by making him drink. But sadly, because of his...
He can't get drunk.
He's superhuman, he can't actually get drunk.
He can never have Dutch courage.
Fantastic.
So nothing about her at all, just like...
I felt like it was like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. character that I wasn't supposed to care about.
Oh, okay.
Was she actually important at all, or...?
She's in The Winter Soldier.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, do you not remember? She lives across the hall from him in this apartment.
Yeah,
That's
no.
her.
Oh wow, she left such an impression.
Max just didn't care one bit.
Honestly, I thought she was an Agents of Shield character. Honestly, literally, I mean, she didn't really bring much else to the table.
She was like the key informant for Captain America constantly.
That was it. She was the only. It's like, well, we have to figure out a way for Captain America to know this MacGuffin's going on. She'll do it. The Captain America has to get his stuff back. Show an intense scene where maybe he has to go into the HQ and steal it back in some dramatic scene. No, she just has it in the boot of a car.
Right, Max. I think we're going to be at the end of the show.
Oh.
It was fun talking about Captain America. Actually, before we do that, give it a score, because I gave it a score of 9 out of 10. What do you give a score of?
I probably have to say 9. I think it's definitely one of the best Avengers movies. Well, I think we've only had 2 Avengers movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a better Avengers movie than Age of Ultron. And I think it stands up really well on its own.
Yeah.
So I'll rate it very highly. I'll rate it a 9. I'll rate it 9 giant Ant-Men out of 10.
9 giant Ant-Men out of 10 giant Ant-Men.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there's very little wrong with it, even though the story's got this weird undertone constantly through it. Well, there's reasons for it. I like that. There was like this another plot going on that was causing the Civil War to actually push it forward more than just sign these papers. Actually, there was something
the sign
else.
The papers kind of did. It was the Sokovia that sparked it, and then Stark realizes. Because I think for Stark it works more because he's kind of had this revelation already when his missiles were being used by the 10 rings.
10 rings.
So that's kind of a similar realization. Like his actions are causing other people to be hurt or to die, and this is almost a step up from that. Like it's the same shtick. He's got this new suit of armor, but again, it's causing people, unbeknownst to him, to be killed or to be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably where they're coming from with the Stark thing.
No, I'm just referring to basically, it's not. There's some papers here.
Yeah.
Sign them. Let's have a fight. There's actually a plot going along through that is causing them to actually have a tussle.
Yeah.
More than things are happening, and therefore at the end it has to happen because of the underlying plot, not just the boring sign the papers, just totalitarian, just sign the papers. That's what made it so much better.
Seeing that at the end of the movie, there's a lot of things that have happened now, so that moving forward, character interactions are going to be a bit different now that we kind of have almost a fence of where people stand, with or without Tony. Some people, just the way that what things have been said to each other, how people have acted, regardless who's on the enemy side.
Yeah, we forgot about the. Do you think so? Tony's now got the Avengers, basically.
Yeah. Well, Captain's gone underground now.
And Captain's gone underground, but I'm assuming he's got the other people, the other Avengers with him that were captured.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm assuming they're with him, not with Tony. Because it'll make more sense that way. And I'm assuming Avengers Infinity War Part 2, Tony's going to come. Not Tony. Cap's going to come back.
Yeah, that's
help out.
It's going to be interesting when Thor comes back. Hell, let's all have to.
Where's everyone?
Where the fuck is everyone?
Who are these people? Who's this Spider-Man?
I shall. Come, Vision. Let's go play catch.
Right, Max. It's lovely talking to you about Civil War.
Before we finish,
whoa.
There was one thing. They do like to. One thing I noticed is they like to discuss how young Spider-Man is in the movie. That is a very key point that they try and make across.
He is incredibly young, though. Yeah.
Even when they're in the fight, like Spider-Man says, "Who watched the Star Wars film?"
The very old movie.
Yeah, and it was
called
like
The Empire Strikes Back. Has anyone
old is
seen
this
that?
kid? It's like...
It was like. I like that bit.
So they are making a very strong point that this is a younger Peter Parker.
But you can tell. I mean, he talks about doing his homework.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, it was a point they were very dominant to bring across.
Yeah.
They wanted you to know this is a 19, I believe he was.
19? No.
19?
No, 16.
16. I thought it said 19. For some reason.
No, 19 he would be in college.
Yeah, that's what. But I say they're making a point. This is a younger Spider-Man. He has a old Apple, for some reason.
That's because I think he's just he likes old.
Old stuff.
Yeah, old mechanical stuff. I mean, you got a DVD player out of a bin for some reason.
What do you think of the post credits?
So the first one was it Bucky? Which one was it? Was it Bucky going?
Bucky was the post.
So Bucky, yeah. So Bucky goes into cryogenic freezing just like Miles did.
Yes.
And he goes, "Oh, the Black Panther," and it's a giant Black Panther statue.
So he's in Wakanda, basically.
Yeah.
He's been frozen.
And we're like, yeah, okay. Saving him for the movies, I'm assuming.
But then in the post
one,
yeah,
the Spider-Man. I don't know what that hologram's supposed to mean.
It's I think that might be alluding to he's on the Avengers now, so it's a way for them to contact him.
Oh. His communicator.
Yes.
Beep 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 beep. Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe next time we'll have Iron Spider. That'd be glorious to see.
I don't know. That'd be too much.
We have to think now. Stark and Spider-Man are pretty buddy now.
Apparently, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in Spider-Man: Homecoming, which is the new Spider-Man movie.
Ooh.
So I can see him being a mentor. Like proper mentor, which he was doing in this movie as well, which is good. I enjoyed it. Everything about this movie gels quite well, even though there's a lot of stuff going on. You weren't like thinking this isn't working, this seems weird. There's none of that. It just flows really well. You're just accepting stuff is happening very well. Let's hope DC can learn from this.
Before it's too late.
Which might already be too late. We need Miles here to give us balance. Otherwise, it's just us bashing DC. That's all this is. It's just like Marvel, so amazing. Look at these fanboys talk about Marvel.
To keep the balance.
Okay.
The Killing Joke movie is coming out soonish.
Yeah, it does actually look alright, you know.
They've got the best director. They've got the best voice actors. I can't see it going wrong.
But it's not that cinematic universe. It's just a one-off.
I don't fucking care about cinematic universe. The DC animated stuff is gold.
Usually is, yeah.
Yeah, so that's all. If it can look forward to nothing else, it's DC animated stuff.
So let's actually finish it now. Be quiet, Max. Yeah, okay.
This is the post credits.
The post credits. I'm gonna hold you to this, Max. These are post credits. No movie this week because we still got to watch this trilogy. I'm assuming, Max, you've still got a trilogy to watch, or you've watched.
I'm 2/3 through.
Oh wow, I'm surprised. He's still lying. I know he's still lying. I'm gonna interrogate him soon.
Oh fucking hell!
On Saturday, I'm just gonna tell me and just like waterboard him.
Tell me where she is.
What happens in episode 2?
Wow.
We might unfreeze Miles, hopefully.
When we find a cure.
When we find a cure for his crippling diseases.
Yeah, we're going to leave movie reviews until Miles is here so he can have a
good old chin
arranged.
Yeah. Because it's going to be weird just me talking to Max about Gundam. And
you remember that 45 minutes at the beginning of the episode with me and Power Rangers? That's what you'll have with this guy and Gundam.
But
Well,
it'll be
it'll be an
longer.
hour.
It'll be longer. So you don't want that. You want I need some backlash. I need
You need people
someone.
to interrupt you and say, "Shut up, Russell."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I need. Because it would just happen. It'll turn into the Gundam cast, which already has a reference already.
We're almost there. But
I know, we're almost there. Sneak it in. You've nearly snuck it into a fucking Power Rangers cast. So we're gonna have a Power Rangers parody theme, and then every week I'm gonna talk about the Power Rangers movie. Excellent.
Damn, it's on to me.
Soon. Well, if you enjoyed this,
Peel off my skin and reveal I'm actually Lord Zed.
oh, duh, duh, duh. If you enjoyed this, guys, join our Patreon. We've got loads of loads of links. We're on iTunes, Podbean, loads and loads of stuff. The Patreon's going to... No, we don't have MySpace. Shut up, Max. We're gonna have some new stuff for our new show. Going to be coming online soon. Me and Max have been recording that, and I've been editing like a madman trying to get that finished, but maybe we'll make the deadline, maybe not, I don't know. Whatever. It's a good one, though. I think you'll really enjoy it, everyone. Very, very different style of... This is obviously a podcast. This is completely different, but a different show for to bring in new people about what we do. Sort of that we bring on the podcast. Yeah, anything you need to say, Max? Fuck off? Yeah, okay, fuck off.
Bye, everybody.